One time, when the boy was born, his parents decided to call him Max. But one day, when he was 4, they found a puppy when they were going at the park. When his parents agreed, they just wanted to go home for now. So his parents gone home until Max is holding a puppy. But then they had pizza for dinner. The dog was having his food. When the kid was 5, they decided to bring him to the park with the puppy. He had a red ball. Then they were really happy for him. They were playing even. 1 year later, when Max was now 10, they keep playing. The dog was actually 10 too. They both loved each other until his parents will become old. 2 years later, but when his dog and Max, they both were parents, but they still loved each other. They went to play 3 years later. That day was a parent. He was so excited with his dog. When he was going to school, the dog wanted him to stay, but then his parents waved goodbye. Then the boy left. Her mom was cheering for him, but his father was sad. The doggy was very sad. His name was Doge. He felt like alone forever when it's time for school. He remembered some memories when the kid was a child and he was a puppy. They keep playing even when they saw him. And then like that, when the boy was doing his homework, he was very sad, and he don't know what was the other bed for. One day he got a job, but then he met this woman. They both fell in love, so they married. Then they kissed, and they had 2 years later. They got married. They both of his parents was very, very awkward, but he still wanted to marry him. But then he got in a letter, and his wife, they both was shocked. The parent of his mother was going to die. But then Doge looked at her to say not goodbye. Then she died. They went home. They were very sad. 10 months later, when she was having a baby, she was now having a baby girl named Molly. They went outside together, but then they were a puppy, but it was a male. I meant female. It was like an adult, but then they both fell in love. Then they had a puppy. All of them was happy. 1 year later, the doggy didn't know she was sad, but Max and Max's father didn't know. But then he was sick. He cried. but they wanted to take him to the nurse. But then here was the baby and the mother. He died. He was, or she, was very sad. But they were the dog of him. That's the end. Well, guys, I was lying. They were like a part 2. So let's start. Meanwhile, after Doge's dead, Doge, they all was sad. But then they walked away to say goodbye to him. But then they got home. One time he threw the ball at the road. The doggy was going to get it. He was very afraid. When a car was coming, he was scared. It was raining. But then the puppy died. They both were sad. So they took him to the nurse. They were very sad. The nurse did something, so he was alive. They all was happy. The nurse was like very strange. When they were going to the park, they saw this chicken man and he said, "Yo, hi." But they were like, "We don't want to talk to you." But then, lay down quickly if you hear an explosion sound. You won't. It's better if you're far away. The chicken man still had his chicken. Then the chicken man was dead. 4 soldiers killed him. They barricaded the door. But then his father and Max getting arrested. The mother of Max's wife was arrested. Even the puppy and even Mr. Doge and Mrs. Doge were arrested. He decided to join the army once they were shooting. One of the soldiers died. He kept shooting till he's dead. He was like screaming very loud until he's dead. But then Mrs. Doge had a question mark. Didn't know what to do. But then it was dead. She cried of another doggy. But then they all was into something. And that's the story. And why are you telling this child with 4 babies? You went with Doge. So that's your grandma. Remember that? So if you want to see, I didn't know the parent's name. Okay. I was trying to see. So this is the Doge's grandchild, and these are Doge's great grandchild. Okay. So goodbye, guys.